These documents in FBI possession, your possession, detail at least 20 men, including Mr. Jess Staley, CEO of Barclays Bank, who Jeffrey Epstein trafficked victims to, victims including minors, such as Virginia Roberts Giuffre, may she rest in peace. That list also includes at least 19 other individuals, one Hollywood producer worth a few $100 million, one royal prince, one high-profile individual in the music industry, one very prominent banker, one high-profile government official, one high-profile former politician, one owner of a car company in Italy, one rock star, one magician, at least 6 billionaires, including a billionaire from Canada. We know these people exist in the FBI files, the files that you control. I don't know exactly who they are, but the FBI does. Have you launched any investigations into any of these people, and have you seen these 302 documents?
Sir, I have asked I said all
I named one today.
I said we are not in the practice at the Department of Justice FBI of releasing victims' names. That is not what we do. We are also not in the habit of releasing incredible information. That's not what we do. But multiple authorities have looked at the entirety of what we have.
Okay, I got to move on here. Were you present when the AG had the White House event when she released the binders to the social media influencers?
I remember that.
So if you're willing to meet with social media influencers who stood to benefit from the sensational and sad stories of these victims, will you meet with the victims as well?
The FBI will meet with anyone who has new information.
Will you personally meet with them?
The FBI and the professionals who are handling the cases will.
Were you instructed that it was important to release the documents to the Oversight Committee on the day of my introduction of the discharge petition to release these files?
I don't know what day that was, so no.
Well, they were.
I can't believe this is the only non-pedophile GOP House member. Yeah, and he's a libertarian, too. You'd think, if anything, he would be, like, the #1 culprit. He's actually the only one there who cares about Epstein.
Released that day, and there were victims' names who weren't redacted because it was they were in such a rush, and the victims are not happy about that. Have you investigated any of the CIA connect?
Wait, Patel literally said Epstein and no clients. Now he's saying he can't release the names of the victims. Well, the argument from Patel right now is that Epstein trafficked hundreds and hundreds of young girls exclusively for himself and Ghislaine Maxwell, in spite of the fact that there are other settled court cases implicating other traffickers like Prince Andrew. Like, that is the official line they're going with right now. It is literally Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in a prison cell for the crime of in his case, I guess, just doing nothing. He was just like an unusually wealthy pedophile. There was nothing else going on there at Little St. James or the Lolita Express or all of the business and financial and political connections he brokered. And you know, Donald Trump sending him a doodle of a underage girl, and inside of it is text about their extra special little secret they share that they can't tell anyone about but never ages. All of that's bullshit, okay?
Have you seen the CIA file on Jeffrey Epstein? And if you wanted to see it, would they show it to you?
Well, I can speak for the FBI, and that's presuming there's a CIA case file, and I've reviewed everything that the interagency, not I, the FBI, that was provided to us.
Would you be willing to look at the CIA file on Jeffrey Epstein?
If there is...
Do you think the reason Tulsi Gabbard has been so quiet for so long is because she just doesn't think there's any way to appeal to her base with the official line of the FBI, which is Epstein did nothing? If Tulsi Gabbard coming out and being like, listen, guys, yeah, it turns out it's like a big nothing burger, it just wouldn't work?
Such a file, and if it has not already been turned over to the FBI will look at any new investigative leads.
Have you made any progress on the pipe bomb investigation January 6th, and have you made any progress on the motive of the Las Vegas shooter?
As to the first, it's an ongoing investigation, and we have made progress. As to the second, sir, I'll have to get back to you.
All right, thank you. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman, I have a unanimous
gentleman
consent
yields back. Unanimous consent request from the gentleman from New York.
I ask unanimous consent to introduce an unsigned memorandum from July 7th, 2025 that says...
Yeah, all right. I just wanted to see them talk. What are we on about, man? This shit sucks. The country's like dead. There's no pushback. Absolutely none. Is it possible that although logic would say others were involved, they really don't have any evidence others were involved? No, I don't believe that. I think it's obscene to believe that. Imagine if like the police raided a big degen party where a bunch of people were doing drugs over in Hollywood, and like everyone got away, and there was no evidence of any impropriety on anyone's part, except for like a black busboy. Like they caught him and pinned a whole bunch of cocaine on him. But everyone else who were seen fleeing the mansion, and all the longtime friends who have written like notes saying, yum yum, I love these parties and all the paraphernalia. I don't believe it for a moment. They're just lying. They're just lying. Of course they're lying. Trump was his best fucking friend. Yeah, but Epstein was the main guy. Zig is genuinely, like, there is a 0% chance that Epstein was not trafficking little girls to other people. They absolutely know there's evidence for other people there. They're just covering it up because they're wealthy and powerful. That's it. Like, these lawmakers literally listed there are real documents they know about, they want to see. Yeah, no. And the Kash Patel line, the like maximally unbelievable line. Like, they're trying every excuse. Remember back when the excuse was, we don't want to release the Epstein files because it might implicate the victims? And then everyone was like, can't you just censor the information so we don't know the identities of the victims, but all the other information is there? And then they go, okay, well, it's a Democrat hoax. All of it is fake. Actually, Trump was an inside agent. So when he was over there fucking kids at Little St. James, he was doing it as part of like a CIA sting. Never mind, that didn't happen. Actually, there are no files. There's actually no evidence of anyone doing anything except for Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, who we just transferred to a lower security prison in exchange for providing exculpatory information about Donald Trump. We should be in the streets over this? Yeah, but like, we're not. The right wing doesn't care about rape. Like, even before the Trump-Epstein associations were as widely publicized, the fact that Trump was a creep and a wife beater and an abuser and a rapist has been widely known for a long time. It's just people don't care. Like, is there no way for them to cover up the Trump part while releasing all the... They don't want to release the other names because all the people that Epstein trafficked to are also evil, powerful, political, and financial. Like, do you know how well connected Epstein was with Israel? The fact that he brokered relations between like Netanyahu and American banks. The fact that we have photographs of a previous Israeli PM like sneaking into his loft in New York. You know, it's well known that he's facilitated connections between a bunch of powerful people. It's not a conspiracy. Like, there are tons of people who exist to be money and power brokers. Epstein is just the one a bunch of like energy and time has been spent spotlighting. There's probably like 5 other Epsteins, minimum 5 other Epsteins right now. You know, maybe they all focus on different things. Like, Epstein was the pedophile guy, but maybe another guy is like the cocaine guy. Like, when you go over to his little island, it's like, this is the best cocaine in the world. Or one guy's really into serving like sushi off of naked women's stomachs or something. And you go over there and you're like, oh, that's this guy's thing. You know, everyone's like a Pokemon trainer. Epstein is the little kids guy. That's his type maxing. And then over here you have the sushi woman's tummy guy. Like, there's probably like 20 Epsteins. Okay, well, sushi guy sounds pretty chill. No. They're all very evil. Endangered animal bestiality. One guy, okay, this one, I'm rolling this one off the top. You can put this in the history books, okay? Right now, there is an Epstein out there who runs a private island where you get to hunt like tigers and shit, like Bengal tigers, and like Asian elephants and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's just the same as Epstein. He's like a shady finance guy who has connections all over the world. You know, knows tons and tons of people, keeps lists implicating everyone. But you can go there and yeah, you can hunt like illegal safari game. Okay, but that's a Bond villain activity which carries far more aura. If the Bond movie studios had the balls, they would make their villains more realistic. They would just have it be like Epstein or something, or like a regular banker. You know, they're always like, man, this global financial conspiracy is being orchestrated by this guy. Now he works for a bank, but his real scheme is this. And it's like, no, he's just a banker. He's just like a guy. He's just like a finance guy, you know? Make it a VC, like some Silicon Valley venture capitalist type. Don't give him like a big spooky project where he's building a laser beam that's going to, I don't know, melt the ice caps or whatever. Just be like, well, no, he's just fucking evil. Le Chiffre was a normal banker in Casino Royale. Well, he was laundering terrorist money through the winnings. But I guess so, technically. But like, yeah, I guess Casino Royale is pretty close. Yeah, normal bankers do that. That's true. But they don't normally cry blood, do they? Dude, we have the technology, thanks to AI. Just make a Bond villain Jeffrey Epstein. How fucking sick would that be? You have 90 minutes in the opening or whatever of James Bond hunting, like he's going through Stockholm looking for clues. He's running across New York. He's having like cute little cultural incidents with Americans, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're British," and he's like, "Mm-hmm," and he's like running back, figuring out, and then eventually he gets captured. He gets put in the big like long table. The chair rolls around the other side, the light illuminating it from above. It's just Jeffrey Epstein, name and everything. He's got a name badge on. The audience would stand up and applause. I'm telling you, this is an easy $1 billion box office. I would stand up. I'd for like a solid 3 minutes. Instead of a laser, it's an underage girl getting closer with a camera. Oh, that's terrifying. I still feel like Epstein's main thing was money, not sex trafficking. Oh, for sure, yeah. The sex trafficking was just how he like got clients. Like the sex trafficking was like him leaving a fruit basket out. Money was the thing. He didn't make his money sex trafficking. He made his money through financing and being a power broker and like meeting powerful people and stuff. The sex trafficking was just like, again, his gym type. We've run this bit for a while. So you're saying Epstein blackmailed people in a currying favor for Israel? In addition to other things, he wasn't like just an Israel guy. Israel and America are super, super tied together politically and economically. Like there are a ton of military and financial contracts between the two. Like Israel's border, economically, Israel might as well be like an extension of the United States. So like yeah, for sure. But I don't think he was blackmailing people to make them pro-Israel. I think that's dumb. If you're the kind of person who's meeting with Epstein, you're probably already pro-Israel. Like he was meeting with politicians and financiers and so on. Do you think that like there are these big evil politicians who are anti-Israel and then he's blackmailing them into being pro-Israel? No, they're already evil and pro-Israel. Do you have a plan if Trump decides to go after people like you? Yeah, getting you to like and subscribe now so I can ride the wave. Before free speech completely dies in this country. Like, unironically, though. That's actually the plan right now. What do you mean plan? In case the fucking government shuts me down? I don't know. Guess at that point, you unk goes and works at Starbucks. Take your fucking 14-line long Frappuccino order, I guess.